Hello, everybody. Welcome to Old Grizz Fun Park Comics. We're working on Carrier Sunday, and welcome to Old Grizz's Carrier Sunday. I did a couple of battles Sunday, and this is Monday afternoon now, and I'm actually going over the clip a little bit and kind of going to review it. While at the same time, I thought I'd put some audio on here. Starting out with the Langley. Uh, it's tier 3 carrier. Basically, what you start out with when you start out the U.S. line in the carrier with the carriers, and it's your basic flat top, nothing real special, but it it kind of helps you get used to operating the carrier if you haven't before. Um, the carrier and aircraft are two separate. You fly the aircraft or you operate the carrier. You can't do both at the same time. So when you're out and about, and your controller, if you got the shake on or the shake, if your controller's shaking, that means your carrier's taking hits. Might be a good idea to get back and see what you can do. Sometimes you can't do anything. And there's one reason I actually want to put this clip. I've actually got a little benchmark of my own on this battle, and I'll show you when that comes up. But for right now, I'm looking for another carrier, and it's like I usually do. See, I've taken damage. I got 3 aircraft. I got 1 smoking, and so I've taken damage. You can't really do much with this, but I can use it to scout, and that's what I do. And at the moment right now, I'm scouting out their carrier to let my team know where their carrier is. Aircraft really can't do too much to another carrier. A carrier can decimate your aircraft. It can take out a whole flight. I have had it do it before. So carriers are kind of tricky type things to go after. The best thing to go after a carrier is usually surface ships. If you can stay off at a distance, and the carrier can't do much to you. But if you get in close to the carrier does have secondaries, and it does fight back. 10-4. That was me. That was me. It's affirmative. That was our captain. That was my commanders. And there's their carrier. And what I've done now is I've lit this carrier up, so if there's somebody on our team that wants to go after it, they can. They know where it is. They don't have to go looking for it. I've had it too where I've gotten to the end of the battle. Their carrier's the only one left, and we don't know where the carrier is. Talking about like running a surface ship. Here I go. This is where I realized I was being in trouble, so I got back to my carrier. And if you look at the little mini map, you can see there's a couple of destroyers that are kind of sailing right into. If I could see them on the, from my ship, I'm too close. They could hit me. So this is not a good spot to get. I chose the wrong direction to go. And there's a destroyer right in front of me. He's puffing smoke. I'm saying, puff smoke, help, I need support, but there's no one around. I've got no help here. And it's not because of them, it's because of me, because I wasn't paying attention to where my carrier was going. But look at what the damage is doing. This is what I was talking about, secondaries. It's a set of fire. There's other. I'm fighting back. I'm fighting on these little ones coming at me. Alright. So, direct front. Here we go. I wonder, did I do that, or is that on the next one? I avoided them, but I don't get. There we go. Down. Alright, on to the next battle. That was one of those, like I said, I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. And when I got back, I was in amongst them, all of them, and it was just. I did some fancy. I almost got away. If it wasn't for those torpedoes, I probably could have slipped on past that island and got away. But carriers are pretty quick. They're hard to catch them if they know where to run. AI carriers have a tendency to head for the border and they get stuck there. They usually have their set patterns that they go. So you got a pretty good idea where they're going to be if you want to go find them. Now another little trick to know is if you watch the mini map, you'll see like the little red bombs emblem that shows up. That's a fighter air wing. So if you're watching those little things, see where they're popping up at, where they're coming up from, that's a good indication that there's a carrier in that area. And instead of trying to just fly blind, not knowing where it's at, that's a good indication where it's going to be. And I've used that a few times, and sure enough, it pops up where them little markers are showing that they're headed to. Just like in World War II, you see them and you follow them back to their carrier. That's happened. I think Midway was like that. There was a group of Japs that followed. I don't know, was the Japanese coming following our flight, or was our flight that followed the Japanese to the last carrier? Something like that. But they followed back, and that's how they found the other carrier. Because carriers can, they're hard to find. They're that little ship. They're not little, but that little ship on that big ocean. Unless you got equipment and gear and stuff to detect stuff out there, they can disappear with an emptiness. Carriers are usually pretty quick. They're fast because they're the ones that kind of, the slowest ship of the task force sets the speed. You can only go as fast as that ship can go, otherwise you leave that ship behind. But for the most part, like a fast attack task force, every ship in that task force is pretty good. Oh, this is the destroyer. This is the one I was talking about. See that? I hit that little destroyer with a torpedo. It started flooding. That's the first time I hit a destroyer with a torpedo. Because they're quick and maneuverable. They can get out of the way. And they usually do. So it's trying to pick that spot where it's going to be at, so I can put my torpedo where it's going to be at. Like, see, I launched that too late. Too soon. I should have waited and waited. So I got a little bit closer. But at the same time, I'm taking damage. That destroyer's got some pretty good AA. So it's time to get out of there. And look what we got coming at us now. Once again, I'm in trouble. Oh no, there's a destroyer. But I've gotten back in time and I've been able to sail out of danger. Look how close the torpedo come. See, if I wasn't paying attention, I would have came back and there would have been no ship there. They would have sunk it. So it's time to move. It's time to get out of there. See, smoke screen. Set a smoke screen, please. They're not close enough to actually be effective, so there's no reason. But it's my way of saying, hey, your carrier's in trouble. Come help. Like again, once you can see that destroyer, they can shoot you from there. So I'm gonna go and go hunting. I'm using torpedoes now. And see how the distance, see how far they can shoot? So to be on a carrier and be that close to a surface ships is kind of asking for trouble. Here I'm going to try another destroyer, but I don't do so well on this one. Nope. I'm circling back around. I didn't have the right line of that. I think a lot of it has to do with that too. Getting lined up so that when you're coming in, you're going to line up on where they're going to be at, not where they were. Otherwise you'll miss them every time. And it's taken a while to get this this aiming and being able to hit anything with the aircraft. So I can provide damage. See, like I'm waiting a little bit longer because it's sailing away from me, so the torpedoes have to catch it. No, not. They got it. Let's see, I would have hit that one. That would have been a good hit, but my team took it out first. So good job, everybody. Well done. And we're gonna go and we're gonna see if we can do some more damage somewhere else. See, there's only 2 left and a carrier. And I was gonna go after this battleship, but our team is doing an awesome job. Took it right down. Watch this. Ooh, they're going in for the run, but don't need to. I can hang on to the torpedoes because I think they take care of it for us. I do believe. There it goes. And there goes the torps. Oh, no, we got it. Alright. And that's how you do that. But you gotta remember, there was a lot of damage done to that battleship already. So, a well placed torpedo kind of just finished it off with the help of the teammates taking it down. So, that's kind of the way you gotta look at the carriers. You kind of like a cleanup crew. Because like one or two torpedoes is not going to take a battleship down. It'll damage it. It'll cause it problems. Three torpedoes and four, your battleship's in hurting status with four, but it can survive a four torp hit, depending upon the battleship and how much armor and what it has, and that all the little random numbers that generate what stays afloat and what sinks. Oh yeah, random number generator (RNG). Not always been my friend. So yeah, that's how it's done. That was running carriers. I only did two battles. We have two initiates to the studio. There was Gwen and Jazz, our two kittens that we've taken on, and they're so cute. So I've been spending a lot of time with them. But yesterday I took a moment to get a couple battles so I could get back on schedule. Want to do some more with World of Tanks. I'm working on Coaster Planet. I got that triggers almost set up on the ride, and then I'm also working on Lego Worlds. So, Mr. Voiceover, can you do a script clip and slide it down for us, please?
Script clip. Cut, print, and post. Put it in the canon on the shelf. From ELA Studio in Sunville and Grizz. Thank you for watching and thank you for following.
Hey, these voice acting lessons are paying off. If they get paid too much for those lessons. Well done, Mr. Voiceover. Well done, everybody. Transitions are in. We got to put some music to this and slide everything down, and we'll make some room for some more audio. All right, that's been moved down. Good job, everybody. Had some fun, and that was Carrier Sunday.